Mr. President, that was a very uplifting presentation, and I have this very special young man that I want to give honor to right now. Please welcome to the podium Arnie Kleiner, President and General Manager, KABC, Channel 7, Los Angeles. And I still say Los Angeles, even though you're in Glendale, because you're on the banks of the Los Angeles River. So important. Arnie Kleiner, very special man. And please, let's invite your team up here, because I know with Arnie Kleiner, it's about the people around him that he loves and works with. We'll introduce you momentarily here. And I thank you. Arnie Kleiner, for over 45 years, has been in broadcasting. In broadcasting, he's retiring the end of this month as General Manager of KABC, where he's held that post since 1996, last century. Huh? Isn't that something, Arnie? Over the years, it is values, not just the business of television and news, it's people and community. You see standing here with us today his team, but also in behind the great firefighter Marquez from Station 76, who's key on the Spark of Love program, and recently promoted Jamie Moore, the chief now, Spark of Love, which is one of those programs that he has helped initiate and be involved with all of Southern California. In his work throughout that time, we also have the very important efforts that he's made in his development. I think it was 1968 in Westinghouse Broadcasting in Pittsburgh. It's like the NFL. He's been traded to every team. He's from Pittsburgh to Baltimore, from Baltimore to Chicago, from New York to Boston, back to Baltimore, and then to San Diego. And how lucky we were here in California to have you come to Los Angeles at KABC Television. Prospect Studios, where they were now, the name of Talmadge Studios, where ABC was, Dick Clark was, right there down the street from Marshall High. But he orchestrated the modernization of ABC Television and its network there on the banks of the Los Angeles River, just across the street from Los Angeles in the city of Glendale. But the most important thing about Arnie is his people that works for him, because he cares about people. He's got a great heart, who really does all for those. If you talk to people who are in and around KABC Television, he also is very involved many years with the Children's Hospital Los Angeles and a driving force, which has improved the ability for that hospital, that institution, to touch and reach the needs of our children. He's on the board of Autism Speaks and also on the LA Multicultural Leadership Council. He also has a wonderful wife, Carol, who I send my love to, and your family and all their involvement there. And I just wanted to say it's an honor for me, and I wish my colleague Dennis Zine was here, and now he's retired. He's out riding his bike, his motorcycle somewhere in California, but he sends his love. Because Arnie also was very involved with the Love Ride, which raised several millions of dollars of a motorcycle ride that brought people together for the sports enthusiasts of cycling, but also to raise money for a very important cause. This is your commendation, Arnie Kleiner. This is your commendation. Salutes all of the work that you have done. Signed by Mayor Garcetti and all the members of the council. You truly are an angel of the City of Angels. But before I have you speak, I'd like to ask the President, if I could. Is that all right? I'll put you on the spot, Madam President.
Mr. LaBonge, we've also got members on the queue as well. So if we can turn it over to some of the members first.
Sure, we
Great.
can do that. Good.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right, first and foremost, Councilmember Huizar.
Super. Thank you, Mr. President. And Arnie, ABC is lucky to have you. The city of Los Angeles was lucky to have you. When I saw the agenda today and I saw we were going to recognize you for the work you've done, I thought that was a great idea. I wasn't quite sure if I heard the word retirement there, and I thought it would never come because you are a person with a lot of energy, a lot of ideas. It'll be hard to contain you at home. I know you're going to go off and do a lot of great stuff, but after all the great work you've done, you need some rest, but I know you're going to be out there continuing to do some good work. You know, ABC is so involved at the grassroots level of the city, in the communities, in the neighborhoods where it matters. And I know that flows from the top because you set the example, I think, for the rest of ABC to not only provide good, quality, impartial, fair news, but also the obligation like any other company should have in the city of LA, to be involved in the communities, and you guys have done it so well. I mentioned when the Spark of Love was here not too long ago that when people think toys for the holidays, for those in need, it's a Spark of Love and ABC. And you've just done an incredible job. I think this gives us an opportunity to go out and have some more sushi at your favorite restaurants now that you have more time. But thank you, Artie, for all your work, not only for the work you've done, but just being a class act, a great human being, and that's what matters in this world. Thank you so much. God bless you, Artie.
Great, very well. Very well said. Thank you. And let me just take the liberty to add to that as well. It was fascinating to me because what was just stated was that you really raised the bar for ABC. But you did so for every single major media outlet and for all of us as well. Because you were an early adopter to say we've got to get involved. And it wasn't just Spark of Love, and it wasn't just the Children's Hospital. It was feeding the homeless. It was emergency preparedness. It was dedicating your life to making Los Angeles a better place, using the media and the power of the media to do so as well, but setting an example individually for each and every one that you've worked with and inspiring all of us. And so I want to thank you for that as well. And, recently, and we got together for lunch, but I got to share how we got together for lunch and how that transpired. I'm riding my Harley down the 118, and I look over, and there's another Harley rider in the lane next to me, and it's Arnie Kleiner. He looks over at me, and he can't text and ride a Harley, so he looks over to me and says, "Let's have lunch." So the next day I get a call, and we had lunch, and I'm looking forward to some of our rides together as well, but to your wife, to Carol. You're only as good as the spouse next to you, and I'm blessed as well to see the love and passion that you guys have, and this is a team effort. And now that you'll be able to spend all that much more time together, we look forward to hopefully we can get some couple rides going out there as well. But God bless you, a true Angelino who has done and continues to do so much to set an example for all of us. Thank you, Mr. LaBonge, for bringing Arnie Kleiner here to council chambers and recognizing him.
Thank you, Mr. President. And, Rebecca Campbell, who's the president of ABC Television Group here in Los Angeles. Rebecca, please.
Thank you. The ABC-owned television station group, we're owned by the Walt Disney Company, and we have 8 television stations around the country. I live here, I work in Burbank, and I have an office over in Glendale at KABC as well. Our mission of our own television station group is pretty simple. It's to serve our viewers and the communities in which we live, all communities. I had the chance to move here 5 years ago when I had this position. I'm from the East Coast, and I had a chance to work with Arnie and his team. And I want to talk about the team because for Arnie, that's the most important legacy that he's going to pass on. We have a terrific team at KABC. They know the mission. They serve our community each and every day, and Arnie is that leader. And when I came here, obviously, this is the city of entertainment, and Arnie Kleiner is a rock star. Yes. He is a rock star in this community, and we will miss him dearly.
Absolutely.
So thank you for all those years.
Rebecca, thank you. Diane Medina, who's the president of our, vice president of our programming and community relations.
Good afternoon. On behalf of all of us at the television station, I want to thank the Los Angeles City Council and, of course, you, Councilman LaBonge, on this recognition for Arnie. Arnie has been the general manager at the television station for close to 20 years, and he will always humbly say that the accomplishments and the commitment, the community commitment of the television station are because of his team. But he is the one that built the team. He is the one that leads the team. He is the one that has set the mission for the team, and he is the one who's provided the resources for that team to excel and be of service to the city of Los Angeles. So it's because of his leadership and due to his leadership that we all look forward to continuing the legacy of Arnie Kleiner and keeping KABC-TV in the forefront in its commitment to the community. Thank you.
Hear, hear. Yes.
You're so right, it's commitment community. Please welcome, just to say hello right here, Spencer McCoy, our Vice President of General Sales. Thank you, Spencer. And Teresa, just say hello. Just say hello. You do all the work. You know all the work.
Just want to say that it's truly an honor to be here, and it's an honor because of Arnie Kleiner. You know, a lot of people talk the talk, but Arnie Kleiner walks the walk. He's out there in the community. I honestly believe that Arnie Kleiner has had more rubber chicken dinners than any man in the city of Los Angeles. He's there for the community, he's there for us as employees, and I'm really proud to say that my career was spent with Arnold Kleiner. Thank you.
Teresa Sanmiego of Public Affairs.
Thank you so much, Councilman LaBonge. I just want to say to Arnie that it is with great gratitude and appreciation that I really thank him for all those years of leadership, his vision, his guidance, and most importantly, the person that he is and the legacy that he leaves behind. Thank you, Arnie.
Thank you. Chief Moore. Chief, get up here, Marquez. Stand next to me. You look good for promotion.
Firefighter Mike Marquez and I are honored to be here to salute Arnie Kleiner and his team at ABC-7. He definitely built a team that is committed to giving back to Angelenos. Obviously, we play a big part together with Spark of Love, and through Mike Marquez's work and a whole bunch of volunteers and the assistance of ABC-7, we gave out 118,647 toys to needy children through the generosity of Angelenos. We gave out just under 120,000 toys to children in the city of Los Angeles with the assistance of ABC-7 and the Spark of Love program. So they took our Toys for Needy Children program and just set it completely off the mark. So we want to thank Arnie. We want to salute everybody at ABC-7. He's been an incredible leader, an incredible friend to the Los Angeles Fire Department. We want to say thank you, and we know those are going to be very difficult shoes to fill over at ABC.
Arnie, this is here for you. Let's have another big hand and some remarks from Arnie Kleiner.
Well, I had remarks prepared, but you guys have taken the wind out of my sails.
Come closer.
Councilman Huizar, I'm not going to spend a lot of time at home. I don't think my marriage could take it. So, not that we don't love each other, but my wife doesn't want to see me that much. So I am going to be busy. I'm not leaving. I'm just not going to have a job. I'm going to be here. I'm going to stay involved in the community. I'm going to continue my work at Children's Hospital, continue my work with Autism Speaks. I had a meeting with the mayor last week. Said, I'm here, whatever you need. But I love this. Our company, and I first joined Capital Cities, which then became ABC, which is now part of the Walt Disney Company, in 1978 in Philadelphia, where Rebecca came from. And the two gentlemen running that company at the time were named Tom Murphy and Dan Burke. And they said, if you want to do well, you have to do good. And it affected me then, and I've carried that through my entire career. And we do a lot of good in this community, and you've all mentioned it, and we're also doing pretty well. So it's good. We're #1 in the ratings, which just thrills me, because we weren't always, but I do have a great team, and I have to tell you, if it weren't for my team, and it wasn't for Channel 7, you would not know who Arnie Kleiner was. So no, that's the truth. But I want to tell you, it doesn't just go down, it has to go up. And I didn't know Rebecca was going to speak, but I would have said, my boss is here, and you would have said, you have a boss? I didn't know you had a boss. Well, I do, and she's fabulous. So, and we would not be allowed to do all the things we do if Rebecca didn't want us to. So not only does she let us do it, she encourages it, and if necessary, I think she would insist upon it. So I accept this, and I'm so grateful. I've had a great run, but I accept it on behalf of the television station, because that's who deserves all the credit. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Arnie. This is good here. Get this shot right up here. Get in here. Get in, Diane. Get on your tiptoes.
And another round of applause for Arnie Kleiner Day in L.A.
Got it right there. Good job. Okay, follow us into this other room real quick for a couple more pictures. Thank you, members, and
Thank you, Councilmember Labange. Thank you.